All right, the new All-Star format is announced. They teased this a few weeks ago about what it may look like. No longer is it the two teams, both teams with 12 players on each side. They've tried the American. They've tried the American team against the international team. The Elam ending. They've tried so much, and the game is no longer interesting. It's not interesting. So, Kyle, they have the new format. Could you share with the folks of the new format of how this is going to go?
Oh, boy. Okay. So here is this year's format. This is official as of today. I know there was previous reporting on it, but we got the final details. So there's still 24 All-Stars that are selected. Now they're split into 3 8-player teams, and there will be a 4th team that will be the Rising Stars champion. So it'll be a group of young guys that we'll see what that ends up looking like. These teams will be managed by inside the NBA. So Charles Barkley, Shaq, Kenny, and Candace Parker will be the 4 general managers of these teams. The Chuck, Shaq, and Kenny will draft from the 24 All-Stars. They gave Candace the Rising Stars, which does not seem fair. I don't know if she's drew the short straw or she just lack of seniority, whatever it is. So she's got the Rising Stars. There'll be 2 semifinal games. The winners move on for a championship. The winner of each game will be the first team to reach or surpass 40 points. Those are the rules as we know it right now.
What do you think?
Trash. Throw it in the garbage. I would take All-Star out back like Old Yeller and blow its brains out. Just get rid of it
Quentin
entirely.
Tarantino style, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just let it happen.
Actually, I don't want to spoil Reservoir Dogs, but I would do what Michael Madsen did to somebody in Reservoir Dogs.
Oh,
since
man.
we're on a Tarantino
this
kick
is bad,
today.
man. This is bad. They're trying to figure something out.
If it's first 1 to 40 and you're only playing 2 games to win a championship, that's like a half a play of basketball, because those games are like they're averaging 150, 200 points.
Well, they'll make sure to get some halftime act that Derek has never heard of to perform between the games.
Look, I think All-Star game is mostly trash. So like if you're going to try something, I'm not going to sit here and complain too much about it, because you can only get so much worse. This
sucks.
A decision. It's not, I get they're trying to put some stakes in the middle of it, but nobody really cares. Like,
here's the question: will they do who he play for the All Stars?
Well, no, that's Rising. Chuck's doing it on the Rising Stars.
Who's that guy?
Chuck, who does Dalton Connect play for?
The Charlotte Hornets. That's exactly where he's gonna go. Oh man, this is bad. I don't like it. I don't like how it has turned. But I definitely do not like this. I don't like this direction.
Here's the thing. I can't stand All-Star games in general. I think they're.
I used to love them. I did.
So I think there are some.
I used to tape
when I was
All-Star
a kid
games. Yes.
Where it's like, oh, that was a great All-Star game, and when it is really good, they're memorable. Like the one Iverson year, right, where the East had a huge comeback in DC, and that's where the Mutombo trade seeds were planted that weekend. There was also the one, I think it was the first year they did the Elam ending, was also good. And that was memorable for Joel getting the ball over and over again at the end of an All-Star game. It was like, man, these guys really believe in this dude. And he was not quite at that upper echelon that he's been at in the years since. But by and large, it's like, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to care about games with no defense. And they haven't played defense.
Did they say anything about All-Star Saturday at all?
Not that I saw.
So you still get the dunk contest, 3-point contest, and the skills challenge. They've tried to put Steph Curry against Sabrina Ionescu as far as the 3-point shootout.
They got to get Caitlin Clark.
They're trying to get Klay Thompson and Caitlin Clark in there to get them to commit to it. They're trying everything. And it's really, you see what the NFL has done, where I used to watch that all the time, and now they don't even play it.
So
they just announce it.
That's where we're really different, because the NBA, I at least somewhat cared about the All-Star game as a kid. I don't think I've watched a Pro Bowl in my entire life.
Oh, I did.
You could not
Absolutely.
pay me to watch
Yeah, I did.
an NFL All-Star game.
And I didn't watch it the last 10 years, but before that, when I was a kid, yeah, I used to watch it. I used to enjoy it. Now, no, it's gone. They don't even do it anymore. They moved it from Hawaii. They took it to Miami. Then they took it to Las Vegas. Trying to find any way to, it's gone. It doesn't even matter anymore. And this is getting close, man.
When you can't hit anybody, it's like, how do you play football?
Exactly.
That's just like, what's
Exactly.
the point?
Exactly. So,
Get off my lawn,
all right.
whippersnappers.
Well, at least we know we'll be doing some kind of draft ourselves on this show. Unfortunately, there will be no Sixer involved.
I think the gist of what they're trying to do, of just trying to make more than just the last 2 minutes of the game matter, I think makes sense. If that means breaking it up into 2 games, I kind of get it. I just don't think it's going to work because nobody cares about the All-Star game.
And they've raised the purse, didn't they? Didn't they raise the money
Might
that
have.
they make a little bit?
I would
And
assume so. That's the only way
Those
to add
rising
stakes.
stars, boy, they're going to, if they catch one of the teams that's got a couple of the older vets on it that is not going to dial it up, those rising stars might come for the check because that's the key thing here.
Players on the winning team get $125K. Second place team $50,000, and third and fourth get $25,000.
So the kids get
These
screwed.
players don't care about an extra $25,000.
Those rising stars will, and that's it.
Maybe.
They will.
Maybe.
They're trying to put on and show people that they belong. Yeah, I think they
got a guaranteed 25, and the higher end of the winning team's only 100,000 more than that. I don't think that's enough to incentivize most of these people.
okay. All right.
And maybe it might be that the young kids come out and just try harder, but that means 3 teams don't care still.
All right. We'll find out. We'll do
If
a
you're
draft.
making $4 million a year in the NBA, that is the equivalent of someone. That is an insane. That's the equivalent of someone making $50K a year winning $312. That's it.
Yeah.
It's it. And I'm not saying that as like make as much money as you
Put it
can,
in my
right?
pocket.
But it is crazy to think about 25K being like, it's great to get $300, right? Or it's great to get $500 that you're not expecting.
Take that bonus.
But
they
it's
live in
still
a different
relative to
world.
what they're making. It's not very much.
Yeah, their world is different than ours.
We all silly like the mayor.